So, what do you think of the race so far?
It's interesting. It's kind of exciting. I never thought there'd be this much support for two candidates that really are kind of outside the political mainstream. Trump on the Republican side and Sanders on the Democratic side.
And in the future, what do you think is going to happen with the nominees? Who do you think is going to prevail?
Well, I see Hillary's campaign just kind of falling apart, and so that leaves Bernie Sanders, and I don't think that anybody at the DNC is going to allow that to happen. So I think Biden will step in, come save the day. Jim Webb's talking about coming back in, but I think if Hillary falls apart, that Biden will be the nominee.
And Republicans?
Oh, the Republicans? Who knows? I mean, honestly, I'd like to see a Sanders-Trump kind of battle. And you might not agree with what Trump says, but the thing I like about Trump is that he doesn't, it's his own money he's dealing with, and small support. He's not taking big-time donor support. He's not beholden to anybody. He's for Trump and whatever Trump believes in.
Yeah.
And in a way, I think that's better than being, owing somebody else favors and political favors. I don't like that. I think Trump, not that he's above that, but I think that he's not really concerned with all of that right now. So, I don't know. It'd be interesting. Sanders is kind of the same way. I think they're on two different ends of the spectrum. You might say that Trump will do all this damage. That's what checks and balances are for. And same with Sanders. I don't think they can really do too much damage. And so, yeah, I think that'd be kind of fun.
Okay.
I'm not surprised the Republicans that have dropped out have dropped out. I honestly have no idea what is going to happen. I guess I think I have too much faith in the American people to think that they're really going to nominate Donald Trump. But to me, it's a toss-up between which would be worse, Ted Cruz or Donald Trump for Republicans. I guess I'm hoping that when the Republicans get to their convention, they have a brokered convention, meaning that nobody has a majority and they pick one of the less offensive.
Okay. Action.
Okay. Well, the Democratic Party right now is primarily revolved around Hillary Clinton and Bernie Sanders. And as far as I know, in the Iowa caucus, is that the first one? It was nearly a tie, even though Hillary came out ahead, and she received a lot more delegates than Bernie did, even though it was a close popular vote. And then in the recent New Hampshire caucus, when Sanders won by a large margin, they actually tied with the number, got basically the same number of delegates. So it's kind of a strange system where when they actually tied, one person got more than the other, but when it's a large difference of one person obviously winning, they got the same number of delegates. So I think it's going to be a close race. It depends on which states the people who are in it. It depends on which states they win, who's going to eventually be the Democratic nominee, because obviously it just depends on how many delegates you get. So I think Clinton is more popular with public figures because she's already held so many public positions, and so it's easier for her to get support from mayors and governors or people in DC, whereas Sanders is still trying to get people to understand his campaign and what he represents and all of that. So it's going to be a good close race.